And it's a different twist today, and I'll tell you why shortly. All right, so you've heard her voice several times. You used to banter with her. Some of you used to send her I love you messages. Unfortunately, she turned all of them down. And now she's working the backgrounds, making things happen for us here. Gabriela Anya, who is with me. Gabriela, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Hi, Jude. How are you?
I'm well.
A great morning.
Good.
I love the weather, by the way.
Well, you see, those people that use this rain that fell this morning for godly things, good for you.
What are you talking about? I mean, it's compensatory enough with how terribly the heat has been in the past weeks.
See, it's natural. The after rain comes sun, after sun comes rain. So I don't know why everybody was shouting. Yes, the heat was really bad.
It was crazy.
Kids were breaking up in rashes. People couldn't sleep at night, insomnia. We also, divulged some information and then had feedback. Some people, one guy even said he has told his wife to avoid him.
Yeah, I was even going to mention that as well.
Told his wife, don't come near me until this heat is resolved.
Last night was a good,
I pray for you, sister. I really do pray for you. I really do pray for you. But Gabby's here for a particular reason. And tell us what's going on, Gabby.
Okay, so it's that time of the year again. Last year, or sometime around October, I was here to talk about the debate. I beg to differ debate. We're having the first edition for this year. It's holding starting on Monday, Monday, the 20th of February. And that is because we are synergizing I beg to differ as a radio debate on a national level. As you know, Nigeria Info is not just in Port Harcourt, we're also in Abuja, we're in Lagos, which is our headquartered station. So apparently we're hosting it. And the good thing about this one, beyond the prize money's Jude, is the fact that whoever wins this debate gets to represent Port Harcourt City for the national debates in Lagos.
It's pretty huge. I know the promos have been on for at least about 4 weeks now. I know the entries. I know the students. The final 16 have been chosen. They've been selected. The pressure. If I'm honest, I think the pressure is more now. It's going to be more in this edition than it was in the previous two editions, because not only are they going to be battling for 1 million naira, not only are they going to be battling for the prestige and the bragging rights of their friends and families in Port Harcourt, but more, they're going to Lagos.
Yeah,
they're going to meet people from Lagos. They're going to meet people coming from Abuja as well. And since obviously we are international, talking about Nigerian info, that means they're going to be watched by people from all over the world.
Millions and millions of people.
Can you imagine that? A lot. If you're listening to us and your son or your daughter was one of those selected, I think they should be feeling very privileged, Gabby.
I think they should. I mean, we had so many entries, as you already know, with the debate, and it was a very interesting process having to screen and select the 16 students who have finally qualified. So I'm looking forward to this first edition debate for the year. I'm hoping that the students can actually pull their weight. In the past editions we've had only girls win both debates. We got dragged, right?
Yeah. They kept saying, we are favoring the girls.
I mean, statistics does show that ladies are, more intelligent and smarter than men, generally.
Academically inclined.
Academically.
Let's use that word because,
yes, academically. But I'm looking forward to the boys this time putting forth a strong fight for 1 million naira.
I would like to see a guy win this time around.
Me too.
I honestly would. Me
too.
I hope if he's listening by chance, I hope he's from Edo State.
What?
Yeah, I said it. Oh, but anyway, so it's going to start this coming Monday on the 26th. I beg to differ debate right here. We've had great times. We've had some sad moments. There were tears. Those tears that you don't get to see. Gabby and I, we saw them after the debates. People cried, parents cried, some people were angry. Yeah. There's some things, but talk to us a bit now. We do hear that some of those logistical issues have been smoothened out, and so the participants I get to have a better experience.
Oh, absolutely they are. And we're doing something a little differently this year. So if you've been selected, and may I just mention at this point, we've gotten several messages from people who sent in entries for their students or their kids, asking to say, we haven't gotten feedback. What's going on? When are we going to hear from you? May I just mention now that only selected students are contacted. Okay. So if you did not get an email, if you weren't called, that means your student was not selected. So we're doing something a a little bit differently this year. For the 16 participants so far, we've already contacted them, and no spilling the beans yet.
Yeah, no spilling beans yet. You get to hear all of that very shortly. I'm going to be excited. I've been blessed, if I can say so, getting to hear some of the arguments of students. And Gabby, let's be very honest. The very first winner, I can't remember her name. I think it was Olubukola.
Yes, Bukola.
She was on fire. That girl was, I think she was from Federal Government College.
Federal Government College.
She was on fire. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, she was on fire. The girl was burning.
And may I just shock you? Just a little tease. There is a girl in this season who has just as much, feisty fire to her. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out.
Okay, all right. We'll see how that turns out. Back to differ starting next week Monday. It's going to be
11 a.m.
11 a.m. is going to be a fantastic time. I always get excited. The screens are always busy for me because I know some of you follow us on our social media. We're still going to be streaming, right?
Yes, we're going to stream live on all our social media platforms, so you can watch the students as they debate. If you're not close to your social media at the time of the debate, you can stream live on our website www.nigeriainfo.fm. So even if you're traveling out of Port Harcourt City, you can still follow the debate via our website, and you can listen via radio as you already do.
Yeah, exactly. So it will be very interesting to read those comments like we did last year and the year before, where people say, I've just parked my car and I'm hearing one girl argue about this thing. That girl is correct. Let me say this once again. The debates are not to prove who is right or wrong. The debates are just to see how well these individuals can marshal out their points. All right. That's the fun of the debate. Gabriella, thank you very much for joining us. As it is now, the way the country is empty for the boys.
We'll see after your show.
Spoken like a true politician. Gabriella, thank you very
so
much. All right, so don't forget, next week Monday, myself, Gabriella, and the entire team here, we're working assiduously to give you the best product. That is I Beg to Differ.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Gabby. So now let me tell you our final conversation this morning. You see, very often, maybe Gabrielle should sit for this one. Gabby, wait, before you run away, I need to bring you on this one. All right? Yes, we're still streaming. Yes, wait, I'm bringing you on this one. Wait. You see, very often, all right, but I'm going to open the phone lines after the break. We have a break in about 3 minutes, but let me. So very often we talk about customer satisfaction, customer appreciation. Almost every business has a way of appreciating customers. So maybe they send messages in some places. I know there was a time in this country, some banks, after they've seen you for like a year and your bank account is buoyant, when you come to the bank, they'll probably give you maybe a diary, give you a hamper. There were some very fancy banks that actually used to give out hampers to certain clients, and yes, customer appreciation is very good. But we really get to hear of the customer appreciating the businessman, the business, the company. And today what we're going to do is we're going to open the phone lines and I'm going to share, a story and ask people if there are any businesses in the past, let's say 2-3 months, with all the inflation that they think have been responsible, that they think have been proper, and they would like to say thank you for doing the right thing at the right time. There's some businesses that I heard that have done very well, and I will share their stories. But do you think you would actually thank a business for doing good things, or is it what they are meant? Yes.
Well, I think it's natural. It's a natural thing to expect a certain quality of experience when interfacing with a business person, especially when it comes to customer relations, like you mentioned. When I reach out to a brand or a business to say, "Oh, I want to transact business with you," there is already an unconscious expectation I have of the quality of service I expect. So if you meet that expectation, you haven't necessarily done anything out of the what ordinary, I expect, because that is what is expected of you as a business person, to engage with me on a certain level. Anything beneath that is a problem.
But what if it is above that?
Well, I would be fair to say that there are some businesses, some brands that you interface with that have done exceedingly above your expectation, and you make note of it. For me personally, I notice, oh, you're really polite, or you gave me a very smooth experience from start to finish. Thank you very much. But I don't think, in all honesty, anyone in their natural habitat would want to go out of their way to say, oh, this business was really good to me. Let me send them a hamper to say thank you.
All right, now let me tell you the story before we go on the break. So last week I heard, not a man, I had a group of men who were speaking effusively about a company. The company in question was a laundromat here in Port Harcourt, and they said these guys have kept up the quality of their services throughout this period. Have been decreasing fares and whatnot. But they didn't just stop there. The guy said during Christmas, with every single wash they did, and they presented your clothes and whatever, they gave them detergents free.
Wow.
And they were effusive. So should they thank them? Are they appreciative? When we come back,
can I know what your name is?
Bye. Can't be telling you this kind of things. before we jettison Hello Port Harcourt for the day and usher you into the afternoon crew and all their shenanigans. Now, if you missed my earlier introduction, I told you what I want us to do right now is to talk about those businesses that have actually met or even exceeded your expectations, particularly during this inflationary period. Now, I know, and I have several journals in front of me that talk about how it's important for every business to appreciate the customer, how they can create notes, thank you notes. But in my scour of the internet, maybe I didn't do a very good job. You can help me. For the past 1 week now, I didn't quite see any document on the reverse. The only thing that came close was how to thank your boss when you receive a salary increase. The question on Reddit was, should you even thank your boss for increasing your salary or giving you a bonus? But it was never mentioned if you, as the customer or as the patron, should appreciate that restaurant, that supermarket, that business, that mechanic who has been giving and servicing your car for years, and you have seen the benefit of doing business with him or her. Not a single mention. Not one. So this morning, I decided that following my comment, my eavesdropping, if I can say so, on those gentlemen, 3 of them who were complimenting a laundromat here. Oh, by the way, laundromat is the person of the business that actually washes your clothes. So here you probably call them washerman. All right, but laundromat. So these 3 gentlemen were basically saying that this particular company, it's a small company, those small shops where they just have 1 washing machine or 2 washing machines, and then you have 2 boys who are always ironing and everything. They said that throughout this period of about 3 or 4 months, they have not increased the charges for their work, and 2, during Christmas, for those people who would bring a lot of jobs to them, when you came to collect your clothes, they gave out detergents. Obviously, I don't think it was maybe big packs of detergent, but they gave detergents as thank you for doing business with us. They appreciated it. And then this man was saying it was a very lovely gesture. And the reason why I'm talking about this morning is that these 3 men were saying, what we go do for this guy? This guy, they try you. So I'm going to open the phone lines now. I'm going to ask you, call me. And if there is a mama put, if there is a cobbler or shoemaker, if there is a patent medical store, a pharmacist or a pharmacy that if there has been a hospital that you think has gone above and beyond their call of duty, particularly during this period, I want you to call in. Don't tell us the name of the company. Just say, this man, there's this man on my street. This woman I used to say, Gary, at that corner near 5 Junction. If you're in Benin, if you know what I'm talking about. I want you to call and say, I appreciate the work this fellow or these people are doing. Even if it's a company. Because I got to see a story of a group of people who decided to pay a visit to a company that was domiciled in their area, and they brought food, drinks, and music to celebrate this company in their presence. Should you? How often do you appreciate a business for its activity in your area? That, ladies and gentlemen, is our conversation.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
So 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007 at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Oh, the drop call scenario. Apologies. All right. WhatsApp is 08090306416. 08090306416. All right. Also, send us your message or your messages to on WhatsApp. Once again, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH at Nigeria Info PH. 90.3. Good morning, please.
Jude.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Jude, I never had an inkling that you're going to bring out this topic. You know, like few minutes ago, I was just telling a friend of mine that there's this guy that Babs to, despite all the problem, all the war, this guy has not increased his price. I just turned on my radio and I heard the conversation. I said, wow, I never had a premonition you are going to discuss this. Despite all the problems, this guy still maintains.
Where's the shop? We don't need the name of the shop, but just describe. Where's this fellow?
In town. Around Skebo. Basketball.
Did I hear you say the basketball court? Is that in town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It just opposite the transformer.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Now the guy still maintains that price.
How much does he charge?
500 naira.
And that's the same charge he has had for the past 6 months or so.
Yes, more than. Tell me if anybody, because he says we shouldn't mention his name, I would have mentioned his name, but that person probably would have called from his constant to actually corroborate what I just told you now. He has been on this person. I was having this talk with a friend of mine not long ago before I tuned in and heard you saying, talk about this issue. I'm telling you.
All right, thank you very much for sharing. I do hope more people get to appreciate and do patronize this barber. How often are you appreciative of a company, of a businessman, of a trader, or a craftsman, in your area? Very often it is good, don't get me wrong, that the company, the businessman appreciates the customer. There's so many texts, so many formulas, so many talks about how important the customer is. But what about the business? What about the reverse? 90.3. Hello, Potako. Good morning, please.
Mr. Zion, good morning to you, Jude.
Good morning.
Let me also say good morning to Gabby.
Good morning.
That girl's supposed to be for law. She for law. So Gabby is still around.
Oh yeah, she works at the background. Most everything that you get to hear on Nigeria Info, it's her work. She's amazing in the background.
That one I bring now, Jude. To me, in as much as we would define them as appreciation, I see an undertone to those activities or to those kind of appreciation.
Okay.
It has an ulterior motive, and I will tag it as a bribe.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So what about when businesses appreciate customers? Is it a bribe?
It's also a bribe.
Interesting.
Because I have ulterior motives. And to be honest, it's good actually to able to build a customer base and also build a relationship with your customers and people you do business with. Some go as far as even celebrating birthdays.
Yes.
For their customers. By the grace of God, where I work, the banks normally celebrate us whenever it's our birthday. Before they don't bake cake. They are the one that always speak to send you message in the morning. Happy birthday to So before that, they already prepared the cake. So before it's 9, see the bank don't carry cake come to celebrate that. It's beautiful. But I want to ask, how come and means we appreciating people we do business with? I've never seen tenants gather to do bed for their landlord.
Well, that's like I said, that's where we are right now. What about the tenants? What about you, the person who's buying the bole? Why don't they appreciate the landlord?
No, dude, on the aspect of we patronizers, most of us do that, even though we don't make it loud. The woman that is selling bole, sometimes we give her more. Thank you for preparing this for me. Thank you for doing this for me. We appreciate them more. I have a female friend. There was a day I took her to Akpaju Junction. Somewhere there's this lady that prepared this rice and beans on the wheelbarrow. And to be honest, that thing is top notch. Could you imagine that this female friend will go behind me and be buying stuff from that woman every morning?
Can you imagine?
Not that she can't cook or she have a better, but because the woman met the need of that help she's looking for in the morning. And there was a day she had to come. I wasn't there. It was the woman that told me, Oga, that your female friend give me this amount, which amount to about 20K as appreciation. People will do that, but it's not being verbal like the way those people who are offering the service are doing. To me, they are not even helping us. They are not helping us. Because if you look at it, they are very selective in people they appreciate. But we do it on that tone. But I want to see tenants
appreciating their landlords.
Also,
But that's a good one. Thank you very much, Zion. Hey, and I'm very sure that as this conversation unfolds, maybe one or two persons will say, hey, I've had a good landlord, and my landlord was nice to me, was kind, was this and that. And Brightness says, Jude, you too like eavesdropping. My brother, it's the nature of the job. I'm walking, I'm listening, and okay, what are people talking about? Sometimes I engage my store at Okporo Road for steady quality and consistent price. Nice. 90.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude. This is Excellence from Rumoisi.
Good morning, Excellence. Welcome.
Thank you. Jude, customers do appreciate, but sometimes it doesn't come in form of cash or gift. And a salesperson or representative do good to you, meet your target or supersede it, exceed it, or whichever way. You stand as advert person to that salesperson. You will be recommending people to that person. You will be the one calling orders. That's how we appreciate as customer. You will be the one advertising his product. But if the person doesn't meet their target, will not do that. In several locations, I have seen somebody in my street. Someone had a challenge and he couldn't continue his business. It is we, the customers, that make sure that business continues.
Oh, wow.
That's the appreciation. There was another guy. This guy is a barber. Very nice person. He's always there. He had a challenge with there is this paper he didn't meet up with the government. Once you come out from the street, just came out and settled the issue with his money. That's appreciation. So there are several ways customers do appreciate also. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So nice story to get to hear. All right, so 009-030-6416, 009-030-6416. That's why you find us on our WhatsApp and our Telegram pages, all right, or Telegram accounts at Nigeria Info PH. Let me just close this down. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. All right. This morning I'm asking appreciation of businesses. How often do you appreciate a business for its activity? What local businesses, once again, are you impressed with? Right? That they've been really great to their customers in recent times. 90.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning, please. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Yes, please. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Very well. What's your name?
Even while you're there, I still appreciate you. You understand? To show appreciation for somebody doing something excellent is very good. Somebody, Mr. Zion said, why don't the tenants gather to celebrate their landlord? Of course, they are very good landlords who are very understanding. But there are some landlords also that don't at all look at you, the tenants, from human perspective. You feel probably they feel because they have you depend on them as if to have shelter. You pay normally. Once it's at the time you pay. You understand? But some of them are heartless.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry for using the word heartless.
I
some of them are actually heartless.
Hello? Go on, please.
Hello?
Yes, go on, please. We'll listen to you.
Yes. Where I stay, even presently now, there was a time that came, I lost my job. For 5 years, I was jobless.
Wow.
You understand? So my wife also, she...
Oh dear. Please call. I would love to hear the culmination of the story, where the story was actually I really am curious. Okay, all right. This one says, "Hi, G. Good morning. I think I agree with you that. Well, it's not me. I just asked the question. All right. Some businesses are actually God sent to an area. Imagine an area where they probably didn't have water, or maybe they didn't have power, and then a company comes, and because of its presence, power development comes to that area. I think people should be appreciative of that kind of company. Okay. Good morning, Jude. My landlord and his wife are wonderful people. We live in the same compound, and their unfair attitude towards my family and other tenants. On some occasions, they are fair. They have a fair attitude. That's what you mean. So on some occasions, they've even gifted us some tubers of yam. Oh, right. In appreciation, my family and I also give them things, and appreciation from the end is massive too. Good attitude and appreciation is key in business. That's Golden in Port Harcourt. Key in business, he said. Golden says. I don't know if Golden is a male or a female now. Okay, don't misgender anybody. Okay, all right. I was getting to Facebook. All right. Now, OKLCC on Facebook say food stuff has been a good business opportunity due to bad economic conditions and lack of food security. Well, a lot of people are getting into business like that, but no matter what the business is this time, you often get to hear people complain. Oh, this people. Remember? Okay, I won't say. Well, there was a time when people were complaining that some businesses were shortchanging their customers. So if they tell you they're selling, let's say 1 liter of petrol, you find out okay, they were not selling you exactly 1 liter of petrol. They were selling you something worse. Now, I need to say this. In fact, I almost forgot. I wrote it down on my prep. All right, I need to share this with you. All right, years ago, I think when I was working at night, I used to say this. I had mentioned this before. In Benin, right? There's this petrol station. I don't know if it's still active. All right, so that's why I feel I have a bit of a liberty. All right, to mention this. When we're in Benin those days, 2000 and let's say 7, 8, 9. There used to be this petrol station in Benin. It was along Airport Road, right? It was called Bouvel petrol station. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what the fuel situation is in Nigeria, if Bouvel received 1 truck or 2 trucks of fuel or whatever at that petrol station, they would dispense it until it was unsafe to dispense. So they probably sell to like maybe 8 or 9, and then people in Benin, please, if you lived in Benin from 2000 and I would say 2006, all right, till 2012. Please, you can verify my report, maybe you can also make comment of this. People will park their vehicles at Bouvel. They park their vehicles at a petrol station and sleep. That's not new. But you see, at the Bouvel petrol station, they were not worried that somebody was going to break their windscreen or steal something like that. They didn't have that worry. And even when there was no scarcity, you will still see queues. I'm not joking. You will see queues. There's fuel everywhere in Benin. But you see that Bouvel petrol station, you would see queues. People will wait. People would be on the line patiently. There wasn't a case of, they won't fight. None of that. People would rather buy petrol. In fact, I remember on one trip we made, my uncle drove from Ekpoma to Benin, right? The needle of the car was about, it had touched the ground. The fuel one thing. He just kept saying, this fuel will take me to Bouvet. It will take me to Bouvet. It will take me to Bouvet. That was all he was saying. You have to ask yourself, if you're a businessman right now, or if you are in business, you have to ask yourself this question. Do I have the kind of reputation that some people have? There's some petrol stations, there's some bookers, there's some fast food restaurants, there's some hotels that you would not get goodwill whatsoever. No matter where they were fighting in Benin, the fight will not get to Bouvet petrol station. At least when I was there. I don't know if that petrol station is still in existence. I don't know if it works. I don't know. But all I know is when I was younger, when I was in Benin there, no matter where you were in Benin, if you were not sure of the petrol that you bought anywhere else, go to Bouvel. Go to Bouvel. Once again, do you have that kind of reputation that people will be appreciative of you? My name is Jude. Make of this information what you will.